What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. I hope we're all doing absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're going to continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's going to be the 64th part of the second book, so let's get started. The individual emotions. Still, if you like, said Antonius, I'll also tell you what principles I generally follow in my speaking and what are the most essential things I keep inside. For long life and experience in affairs of highest importance have by now taught me to understand how people's emotions are stirred. Personally, I always begin by considering whether or not the case demands such treatment, for we should not apply these oratorical firebrands when dealing with insignificant matters, nor when the attitude of the people in question makes it impossible for us to succeed at all in influencing their hearts by our speech. We must avoid being thought ridiculous because we resort to histrionics over trifle, or odious because we attempt to uproot what cannot even be moved. Now the following emotions are the most important for us to arouse with our speech in the hearts of the jurors or of any other audience we address: affection, hate, anger, envy, pity, hope, joy, fear, and grief. Affection, we feel, is one F. Regarding the matter itself, you seem to defend what is useful for the audience in question. And if your efforts seem to be made on behalf of good men, or rather on behalf of those who are good and useful for the audience, since the latter approach more readily wins affection, the former, the defense of virtue, secures only esteem. And it is more effective if you hold out the hope of future usefulness than if you recall some past service. You must take pains to show that the matter you're defending is either dignified or useful, and to indicate that a person for whom you're trying to win affection has never been guided by what was useful for himself and has never done anything at all for his own sake. For while people's own benefits are a source of envy, their efforts at benefiting others are regarded with favor. Here we must be careful when we're talking about those who we want to be loved for their services, not to seem to bestow excessive praise on their merit and glory, for these are particularly subject to envy. From these commonplaces about affection, we can also learn to build up hate for others and to remove it from ourselves and those we are supporting. And these same categories must be employed in arousing or allaying anger. For hate is produced if you amplify an action that is harmful or an expedient for the audience themselves. But if you amplify an act that was directed against good men, or against those who least deserved it from these particular person, or against the state, then you arouse, if not really bitter hate, at least a negative emotion that is not unlike envy or hate. Alright, guys, so we've done with another part, and we're going to continue tomorrow, the next one. So thank you for joining me today in this reading session, and see you tomorrow. Bye.